My 21 female, boyfriend 21, comes from a wealthy family, and I'm from a middle-class family. His family went on a yacht, and all the siblings and their SOs came along. I was happy to be there and very grateful that his parents had invited me. At one point, everyone sat down together, and my boyfriend started bringing out gifts. His parents' siblings and their SOs got things like watches, dresses, fine wines, and other expensive things. When he got to me, he gave me one of those plastic bracelets with their company name. You can get those at the company's main headquarters for free. I was a little taken aback and embarrassed, but didn't want to be rude. Everyone was looking at me in a way that they were both amused and also pitiful. I didn't want to complain, so I said thanks and moved on. When we got inside, I asked my boyfriend what that was about, and he told me to be grateful and stop complaining because he always gets me nice gifts, which is true. I just stopped pushing it because I felt like I was being selfish there, and he did have a point. I feel like what he did was very degrading. He could have gotten me no gift, which would have been less humiliating. I feel like trash for feeling this way, but he's always been mindful, and I don't understand why he did that. It made me feel cheap in front of everyone. I don't know. Am I the idiot for feeling this way and even bringing it up? Edit. My boyfriend and I have been dating for 2 years. His family and I get along very well. His parents paid for the yacht for everyone. Not the idiot. Normally I'd vote the other way and have a chat about entitlement. But holy crap, girl, that was a pointed dig at you, designed to make you feel less than. He did it publicly and in front of all of his family. I'd nope the heck out of that relationship. It's not about the cost of the gift. It's about everything else. I'd gush. Is it genuine plastic? My goodness, you shouldn't have. This will last forever. Show off in front of your friends. Look what my babe got me. A genuine plastic bracelet. I'd tell all my friends. I'd even post on social media, tagging him for getting me this gift. Not the idiot, but it would seem he showed everyone your place in his life. I'm sorry. I think it would be interesting if next time her family were all together, she presented them with super thoughtful gifts and then had him open up some free plastic thing, or maybe even one of the company bracelets. Then he might fully understand why she was confused and upset at that point. Even though his family might be acting very lovely towards you, they might be suspicious that you're only with your boyfriend for money. So this might have been a test and/or a way of him proving to them that you don't care about material things. P.S. He may be proposing soon and wanted to test your reaction in front of family. It's a BS move, but it's possible. Be ready. Update. Am I the idiot for being upset that my wealthy boyfriend got me a cheap gift? Thanks for all your comments and theories. Some of them made me cry, some of them made me laugh, and some of them made me angry and confused. However, all of them helped me gain the confidence to talk to my boyfriend about the situation. I straight up asked him about what went through his mind when he did that. I told him I'd been thinking about it since we returned from the trip. Why was he even giving us gifts? Why did he give me that? Why did he think it was okay? No one on here guessed it right. Neither did I. He was giving out gifts because he wanted to give me a big gift, and I was supposed to be the last one. He had managed to set up a day with me and this adorable cat I follow on TikTok. The owner lives close to near the harbor where we'd be stopping, and I've loved this cat since 2020 when we first started dating. I still stalk the page regularly. But the owner had backed out last minute, even after charging a crap ton. We were supposed to meet soon, but now he didn't have a gift for me and got scammed. He said what he did was stupid, and he just took a bracelet out last minute to save face. But he realizes now it was stupid. LOL. As for his comment, he apologized and said he had no excuse. He said he was angry with himself and the cat owner and just took it out on me. I understood and forgave him because it was out of character, and I know he just wanted to do something nice for me. All is well in the end, guys. We're moving past this. Sucks that I can't meet that little kitty, but this is a story I'll never forget. I, 41 female, am married to my husband, 42, and we have 2 kids, our son tween, who we'll call Zach, and daughter younger tween, who we'll call Lizzie, not their real names for privacy reasons. Lizzie loves the video game Minecraft and has played it nearly every day since we bought it for her on Xbox for her birthday a year ago. She's a super artsy kid and loves to create extravagant buildings and structures in Minecraft, and she's shown me her amazing creations many times. 2 days ago, she was playing downstairs, and Zach asked if he could play with her. Lizzie didn't let him play, even though we have 2 Xbox controllers, and Zach was very angry for not letting him play. I don't know why Lizzie didn't let him play. I was in the kitchen upstairs. Yesterday, Lizzie started screaming and crying downstairs when my husband and I were still sleeping. She always wakes up early to play, but her world with all of her creations was gone, and she told us between sobs that she can't get it back, and she thinks that Zach deleted it last night. When Zach woke up, I asked him if he had deleted Lizzie's world, and he started laughing and said she should have let him play with her. I was livid. Lizzie loves that game so much, and her creations were beautiful, and now they're gone forever. Not to mention that she's devastated that the world she spent over a year on is gone forever. I took my son's new phone away. We had just bought it for him this month for his birthday. My son is acting like this is the end of the world. He says he needs his phone because everybody else at school has one, and he needs to fit in. He's starting middle school this week and claims he doesn't want to become a social outcast. I told him he could have his phone back in a month and that not having a phone won't make him an outcast, but he refused and wants it now. My husband thinks that taking away his phone is going too far and that Lizzie's game being gone isn't that big of a deal. But by that logic, isn't Zach's phone being gone not that big of a deal either? I don't know what to do. It's been over 24 hours and Zach won't talk to me, and Lizzie's still moody. So, Reddit, can I get some advice? Am I the idiot? Not the idiot, and hold your ground. I'm a parent who's skeptical of video games, but Minecraft is different. What your son did is the equivalent of destroying a carefully created painting made over several months, and he laughs about it? Horrible. It would be best if you kept his phone as long as it takes for your daughter to rebuild her world. Fair is fair. I'm beyond disgusted that he has no regrets about destroying something she was extremely passionate about. Instead, he went way too far and didn't even care. That's an excellent idea. A truly, truly excellent idea. I would just add to it, though, until it takes her to rebuild her world, and he's also remorseful for what he did. Just being punished without having any remorse accomplishes nothing and just makes him feel like a victim. He needs to understand what he did was wrong, and until he's sincerely remorseful, he shouldn't get his phone back. OP's husband should spend a few hours with Lizzie too and try to build a world himself. That would give him a taste of what has been lost and the time and effort put into building her world. Your son and husband are something else. Holy cow. Zach's cruelty will make him a social outcast if unchecked. If he's worried about losing friends that approve of this behavior, he shouldn't be. Find out why your husband thinks your daughter's devastation isn't a big deal. I have 4 children, 2 bio children, teens, and 2 stepchildren, tweens. I was a widower before I met my current wife 7 years ago. My first wife had passed 3 years before meeting my current wife, and she was a single mom whose ex was not in the kids' lives at all. So they came to see me as their dad, and I loved them. But I admit my love for them did come at the expense of my kids somewhat. That's something that only genuinely struck me recently when my bio children told me that they were done with any family time, that we were not a family, and they wanted to go live with their grandparents in another state. I was shocked. I had thought I'd done a good job of being there for them and providing them with a family. We talked. They explained how to them, my wife and stepchildren were not people they loved and considered family, and that by never getting time with just me, they felt like they had lost their whole family, that they didn't consider it family time when we were all together. My daughter told me she was pretty much ready to leave and had even tried to graduate early, but she was unsuccessful due to her learning disability. It was a huge wake-up call for me. I had sat and discussed what was going on with my wife, and I told her I wanted to take my son and daughter away for the weekend, just the 3 of us. It wasn't until I got back that my wife told me that my stepchildren had told her they were very upset, and she decided it was unfair that I had left them behind and made them feel like they were less than my kids. They never said anything to me before when I spoke to them, but when I got back, they told me that they felt it was unfair and that I should be their real dad too. So I explained we could do something just the three of us, but that my son and daughter needed some time with just me. I am making much more of an effort to make my bio kids feel like they've not lost me and that they can be honest and open with me. My wife wanted to do something with my bios while I spend time with my stepkids since we returned. My bio kids weren't interested, which turned into my wife being very upset and telling me again that I did the wrong thing taking my bios for the weekend, but not my stepchildren. She said I showed my kids that she and my stepkids, are not family. I told her I couldn't change their feelings after the damage I did, but that maybe in time, if they feel like they haven't lost me, they could have a better relationship with them as well. But I told her firmly I did what I needed to do for my relationship with my two older children, but she said it should never come at the expense of the younger kids. Am I the idiot? Not the idiot, but your wife certainly is. It seems that while you were gone with your kids, she stirred the pot with her kids, and that's why they're now saying what they're saying. You absolutely did the right thing, OP, because if not, once they could leave, they would, and go no contact with you. Let her know how her kids feel about one weekend is what your children have been feeling for the last 7 years. Agree, your wife is the idiot. She started the drama while you were gone, and if she ever wants a relationship with your kids, she needs to understand how they're feeling and not be offended when they don't want to spend time with her. I'm glad you refocused on your kids. You shouldn't let her deter you. Please, 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 keep working with your bio kids to repair things. It sounds like you're close to losing them completely, and that would be a shame for everyone involved. The death of a parent affects children for a long time, and it's very different from an absent one. All 4 children need different kinds of attention, time, and affection. A weekend will not solve everything. More time and effort are definitely needed. I'm nearly adult, am trans, and came out to my family a few months ago. All in all, everyone has been supportive, although I believe my mom was a tiny bit bummed. She said she would always support me though. She just needs time to process all of this, which is honestly painful, but not the reason why I'm here. My mom got a tattoo with my sister's name and my dead name after I was born. It's a huge tattoo with a unique design incorporating her and my dead name. It covers most of her arm and she's proud of it because my older sister designed it and gifted it to her for her birthday. Obviously, constantly seeing my dead name is kind of triggering to me. Therefore, I told her she needed to remove it. She seemed shocked and told me she was too old for longer tattoo sessions. She hasn't gotten a tattoo in years because of that. She also was diagnosed with depression and such, and uses it as an excuse for not having the energy to change it anymore. I don't really believe her, but whatever. Now she often tries to cover it up with clothes, but I feel it's not enough. Just the knowledge that that name is still there, haunting me, but she refuses to change it. We had many fights because of this, and she said that she was trying to hide it, but it's a part of her body that she's in love with because there's so much history and love for her children in that tattoo. I can't really relate because I don't have any particularly significant tattoos. Now, my birthday was a few days ago, and some family came over, and the issue came up because my cousin was showing off her new tattoo, and someone asked about the dead name tattoo. My mom got uncomfortably silent and excused herself and went to the kitchen. So everyone started asking me what that was about, and I told them that I wanted her to remove the tattoo, but she didn't want to. My sister also doesn't want her to because she believes it'll look really awful, since the entire design is attached to the names, and the only way to cover it would be to make her entire arm black. Anyway, I didn't plan for that reaction, but my cousin, who can relate a bit because she's queer, for some reason, got furious and went after my mom and screamed at her for being so unsupportive and accused her of being phobic. I don't believe it was nice to see someone get angry about the tattoo because my cousin was finally saying some things I was feeling, but I didn't want to put them into words. My mom then had a panic attack and left the house. She's now staying with my grandpa, and my dad and my sister are angry at me for making some of the family gang up on her. Am I the idiot? You are the idiot. You sound like a bully, and now you got your cousin to attack your mom verbally, and you're happy about it? You and your cousin both owe your mom a huge apology. You have the right to change your body and life so that you may walk through the world comfortably in your own skin. It would be hypocritical to take that same right away from your mother, and asking her to change or cover up her tattoo would be doing just that. This might be an unpopular comment, but you are the idiot. Depression is real whether you believe in it or not. It's her body, and she gets to control what is on it. She also has a serious health issue, and you're not giving that consideration because removal and alterations are painful and not easy. She loves you. She's being supportive by covering it, but it's her body, not yours to control. I also agree your cousin was wildly inappropriate and owes her an apology. OP, gently. You want people to respect your autonomy and body, but you're not respecting your mom's. You actually think she's being an idiot by not subjecting her body to a cover-up tattoo removal? You'll be super embarrassed by your behavior here in a couple of years. It's very childish and self-centered. If you can't even see your former name without having a strong emotional reaction, that's something to unpack in therapy, not all over your mom. I'm 36 weeks pregnant, and my boyfriend is really into drag racing. So occasionally, we go up to the track to watch them and his friends, along with their girlfriends, attend. My boyfriend and his guy friends head off into the pits to look at cars and whatnot, so I stay on the bench with the girls. My feet are really swollen and it's super hot, and I feel like I'm dying a little, and I'm ready to go home anyways. Well, the girlfriends all decided they wanted to take a group photo. They set it up so that all of us are in the picture, and I'm seated at the end. We were getting ready to leave to go to dinner, and I needed to use the restroom, so I went. When I returned, my boyfriend mentioned he saw the group photo, but was curious about where I was in it. I told him I was sitting at the end. He showed me the photo they had posted, and they cropped me out of it. I was really hurt by this. My boyfriend asked why they took me out, and they told him I didn't look like I fit in the picture. They were all dressed a certain way, and I made the picture look off. That gutted me even more when he told me on the ride to the restaurant. I was near in tears and told him I didn't want to go in and wanted him to take me home. He was upset and told me not to take it so personally and that they weren't my friends anyway, and I could just go be with him. That hurt me even more, and I said a few mean words to him about choosing them over me. I ended up being taken home, and he's still mad at me. Am I the idiot here? Not the idiot. I hate to tell you, but your boyfriend is selfish. He's overlooking your own comfort and needs, including your feelings. You should not be subjected to sitting in the heat and being guilted into going to a restaurant with him. Instead, he should be empathetic to you. He just showed you where his priorities are. And forget those girls. I wouldn't want to be in a picture with a mob like them, pregnant or not. Sis, I wasted years of my life trying to make a friendship work with people like those ladies because they were my husband's friends' wives. In my case, I wasn't Christian enough for them. Just quit while you're ahead. They're not worth one more minute of your time. People like this, you can bend over backward until the cows come home, but it won't change their clickiness. OP, you deserve a new significant other. If your best friend came to you crying and described this same situation and said her boyfriend or husband or partner's friends treated her like this, and then her partner yelled at her, would you seriously be telling your friend to get over it? He's an idiot, OP. When people show you who they are, believe them. He's shown you, so please believe him and protect yourself.